Hi, everybody. Welcome to our advanced business topic tonight, which is branding yourself on Facebook. If someone wouldn't mind unmuting themselves just to tell me that you can see this, that'd be great.
You can see it.
Great. Thank you, Genevieve. Okay. So when I first heard the word branding, I was like, what the heck does that mean? And what does it have to do with growing my business? I know that a lot of you that are on this call are on Facebook, but you check Facebook a lot, but you don't post because you don't know what to post. So that's where this call will help you. Myself and Judy will be doing this part of the call tonight, and I do have a lot of pictures, but this is my brand. If you do not know me or are not friends with me on Facebook, I'm an athlete, I'm a runner, I'm a cyclist, I have the best fiance in the world, the best kids in the world, and also I'm a leader. So these are just some pictures I chose as my brand, and if you go on my Facebook page, you would be able to definitely see that. So why brand yourself? First of all, heck, it's free. There's no need to pay to brand yourself. Again, you know, I've done these Facebook calls before. Facebook is free, so please utilize it. So who are the type of Facebook users out there? Okay, see that little picture of my twins? Yeah, that's how they were. See how messy it was? We get it. Your kid is cute. There's those Facebook posters. There's Joe Politics, where all they do is post about politics day in and day out. There's the lurker judger. Those are the people that like don't comment. They don't like anything, but they're out there and they're kind of like spy-ish. The oversharer, all they do is share everything. FML, you know, it's a curse word. Those are the people that just hate the world and hate life. If my advice to you, defriend those people because you don't need the negativity in your life. The humble bragger are the ones that just constantly are bragging about themselves or their families. Then you have the vague poster that are like, my life sucks. And everyone's like, what's the matter? What's the matter? What's going on? What's going on? That's the vague poster. And then you have the prophet who is always making references to God. Why brand yourself? We all have those people on Facebook as our friends, but we, as health and wellness industry promoters, want to be unique. We want to stand out in a crowd of thousands of other people. How do we do that? The answer is branding. And again, the pictures that I chose are of me just because, you know, I gave myself permission to put these on here, but you know, I'm physically active. Gail and I, that's what we do all the time is exercise. So that is our brand. How to begin the branding process. Okay. When posting on Facebook, you want to ultimately build relationships with others. And building relationships with others establishes a community, and a community builds a brand. Okay. All that sentence comes together. Now, you say, Tara, I am not an exerciser. I despise exercising. How do I do that with Isogenics? I don't get this. So what you want to do is you want to assess your background. What are you good at? Are you a good cook? Are you good at recipes, gardening, writing, knitting, running, biking, animals? We are all good at something, and we all have a passion in life about something. So my question to you is, what is your passion? So Judy, can you share your passion with us?
Yes. So my branding is mostly about my granddaughters, but I also have passion about my faith and my home. I do not like to decorate my home inside and out, so I do post on that. But I was like Tara, or a few of us, in the beginning, I had no idea how to brand myself. So with Tara, she reached out to me and we figured out what was I spending a lot of my money on. And it's basically my grandkids and things for my house. So that's when we figured out that was my passion, was mainly my grandkids. So I don't post many pictures of my granddaughters because my Facebook page is public and my kids don't want the pictures of their kids out in Facebook land all the time. So what I post is mainly pictures of their playtime, the messes that they make, the funny quotes that they have said, or I might even just use some kids' quotes. And then I also do some faith postings and postings of my home or my yard work, anything of that nature. But like tonight, perfect example, I had a picture that I posted of my French doors. They were full of handprints of love. This morning I was looking at it, the sun was shining through, and I was like, oh my God, that'd be a perfect post. So that's what I did. I posted handprints of love, and I was just so happy that I get to stay home and take care of my little munchkins. So you need to go back to your last 10 posts and look at them. If you can say that your last 10 posts are about what your passion is, then you're portraying to Facebook land that is your brand.
Excellent. Very well put, Judy. That is, go back tonight, guys, and look at your last 10 posts. Is it your brand? Again, I brought Judy on to explain this because her brand is not fitness. And she still is growing her Isogenics team. Her goal is to be Crystal executive by the end of this year. So you can grow your business, Isogenics business, on Facebook by branding yourself as a grandma with faith and that loves her grandkids. See, that's why I wanted her to share a story. It's so powerful. You want to establish your field of dreams. You want to build a solid brand personality so that people want to be like you. They don't want what you're selling. They want to be just like you. So, who are you trying to inspire or attract? Make sure the goal matches the brand you are setting. For example, we all go out and occasionally and maybe be in a bar with a drink in our hand. And someone takes a picture, try your darnest to have that not happen with the picture. Don't not go to the bar. But because if you're trying to say you're a health coach and everything's health, and then suddenly you're topless on a bar somewhere, I mean, your people, you're going to not have that trust built with the people that are watching you on Facebook. So the terms health coach or transformation coach are not sanctioned terms, so use them. Coin yourself as a transformation coach. But if you do, be consistent with that term in your post. For example, use the hashtag transformation coach, hashtag health coach. Use that. And don't try to be anyone else besides yourself on Facebook, because if you try to be somebody else, it's not going to be successful. You have to figure out what your passion is. And again, that's your brand. That's your brand, guys. So you want to be promotional. I picked Gail here. He's in the other room. He has no clue I'm doing this. So. Shh. Anyway, so, Gail is newly retired. And I just put that one post there on Facebook yesterday. That's what he does all day. And that was in the middle of the day I took that picture. When he's not hunting, he's sleeping or eating, and he's retired. So his brand is hunting, is physical fitness with me, is not Isogenics. But he reaches out to people via Facebook and all that stuff. We still I make sure that he puts on his Facebook page Isogenics posts, which goes to the very bottom there. Remember to post per week 4 indirect Isogenics posts and 1 power post per week. The stuff that we're kind of going over tonight, the branding yourself, falls under the 10 rule. It's the 10-4-1 rule. So like him posting pictures with his deer or me making fun of him because he sleeps during the day, that is more in the 10 rule. But that is how you're building your brand. Use Facebook Live, use videos, use hunting post shares, whatever. He's going to get a lot of hunters following him. So what is your purpose? You want to define your brand. Make sure your brand, and look at that, it's in bold, always communicated. You want to make sure that your model is consistent and communicated well, and you project a positive image. No negative stuff, guys. It's just not nice, and we don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see negativity. Create emotion, share emotional stories so that people can relate to you. A lot of this stuff I do go over in that call that Cheryl said. If you go on YouTube and you search Tara Flaig and you go and take a look at my Facebook, how to post on Facebook, this call is specifically on how to brand yourself. So you want to create community. You want to inspire others daily, no matter what your brand is. Be consistent. Okay, let me give you a couple examples of why you should be consistent. Have you had a friend on Facebook that you were following for whatever reason, fitness, and then suddenly it was like crickets? You're like, okay, they haven't posted a picture, they haven't posted a post. Did they gain the weight? Are they not doing that thing, those shake things that they were doing before, whatever it was? And you start questioning like their validity. You don't trust them anymore. And the second that trust is broken is the second that person is not going to go to you when they are looking to finally commit to their health and want to get healthier by using isogenics. So consistency is key. If you stop posting, like I said, the Facebook observer wonders what the heck's going on with you. It breaks the line of communication, and which in the end breaks trust. And guys, I've done so many calls, and a lot of you have been on my calls. Trust is my word. The reason the business has built to where it is now is because people trust me, and then they trust you, and then they trust them. The word trust is huge. You have to develop trust with people, and you just need to be consistent. Just because someone doesn't like your post or someone doesn't comment, who the heck cares? Be consistent, okay? So be the best version of you, okay? Be real, not a perfectionist. No one's perfect. There's me at the gala on the right there, eating a chocolate cupcake, and me eating some, soft pretzels with my kids when we were on vacation. I am human. I do eat ice cream and stuff like that, even though people may think I'm kind of different than that. But you got to portray that you're kind of like not perfect, because no one in life is perfect, okay? Remember, you want people to be able to relate to you. So are you still confused about what your brand is? Where do you spend most of your money? Maybe that'll help you, okay? Where do you spend most of your money? Like Judy says, that's huge. I spend most of my money on health and fitness. That's a picture of myself in my studio before I sold my studio. And it's, that's my life. Fitness is my life. Health is my life. I would spend any amount of money on my health and my family's health. So where do you spend your money? And that will usually tell you that the community that you need to connect with. And you want to connect with your audience and connect with others to get your message across. So a few last tips. According to Kathy Savage, your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you're negative and you're negative Nelly and you're like one of those weird Facebook posters, you're going to attract the weirdos, okay? You have to, you want to attract people like yourself. Facebook is free. It's free marketing. I say that 10,000 times. Use it. Be consistent with your posts. If you have to get anything out of your call tonight, be consistent with your posts. Figure out what your brand is. Utilize the 10-4-1 posting rule and incorporate your brand into your posts. And I will leave you with this before Judy has the last part tonight. Did your last 10 Facebook posts relay to all of your Facebook friends your brand? Take a look tonight. Okay, Judy?
Okay, so if they did, that is awesome. If no, take what you've learned tonight and apply it to figure out what your brand is so that you can begin building relationships with others, because these relationships will establish a community, and a community will help build your brand.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Judy, for your help on that portion of our call tonight. Let me just look at be real. Exactly. Be real. Be real. That's huge. Yeah, I know you took that picture, Jenny. Okay. Any questions on branding? Any questions? A little bit different. This is a little bit different than that Facebook call that I did whatever, 6 weeks ago or whatever. You have to find your passion and you have to relay that through Facebook. And Judy, it took a while for Judy to figure it out, what her brand was, because she likes to exercise, but it's not her passion. And look at, guys, she's almost executive. I mean, she has grown such a solid team. And she's done a lot of that through Facebook and her branding. So if there's no other questions, I'm just going to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I hope you learned something. And I was so excited about this call. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I love this stuff, and I love teaching others, and I know Cheryl and Judy do also. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to announce our winner, okay? Okay. So.